public meetings for parents and for kids, to warn our kids, to warn our parents, to understand what is really out there and the dangers that our kids face every day. Our kids, like it or not, have their phones in their faces, their iPads in their faces, they're constantly on social media, all that kind of stuff. I think we really have to, along with keeping up with all of the educational benefits of technology, keep the dangers of technology in the forefront as well, and work collaboratively with families, with parents in the homes to keep these kids safe from the dangers that we do face with modern technology.
Thank you. Mr. Day?
Well, what more can I say about technology? It's here, and we use it, and we teach with it, and we learn by it. But I think the most important thing, and it kind of gets a little bit what Phil was talking about, in terms of if we teach children how to think, how to solve problems, that's the job that we need to do it. We need to do with technology or in the classroom teaching one-on-one. That's just as important as utilizing the technology. And I think it can best be used for research and collectively group learning, when kids can use the information that they get off the internet for collectively solving problems. That's the place we need to concentrate on teaching, and technology, the fixing it and all that stuff is important as well. And I think skills is important to teach kids how to learn. They're going to survive whether we like it or not. The only thing I think of is, as a teacher, I would say that I'm not a big fan of cell phones in the classroom. If I was still teaching, there'd be a box at the door, and that's where they would sit.
Thank you. Mr. Quaintance.
I'm glad I get to go last on this one. So, obviously, as Jerry just said, technology's here. I think technology is important. It's important in the classroom. It's with the way kids are, the way kids learn today. It's an ability for our teachers to gain the kids' attention. So it's a necessary tool. I also believe that this isn't just an investment in the technology. We made a decision to invest in the education of our students. We made the education process, in my opinion, easier for the students. And they are necessary skills in today's age. And it's not just in what's going to apply in college later on. You go down to V's area, the end of the building, there's some of those kids that are learning to use technology in a way, and I'm not talking iPads, they're learning to use technology, exactly how they're going to go use it when they work in a factory somewhere, on a job site. It's a necessary skill. We have to incorporate technology into what our kids and what our teachers are doing in the building.
Thank you. Question number 3.
The Milaca Area Chamber strives to promote the area as a destination to live, work, and play. What role do you believe the school district has in promoting these ideas, if any?
Mr. Day.
Well, I think school is the choice that parents make. Probably the most, I would say, first or second choice when they move to a community. I think it's vital that we have strong school programs to encourage parents to come and stay here, and as well as have activities at school that they can participate in. And it adds so much to the student life of students when they have things to do. And we have been asked to add some activities, and one of the things we have to look at is how long can we sustain a new activity once we start it, whether it's dance line or robotics or what it might be. We have to look down the road at the population is leaving us. We can't start programs and maintain them. But that's a part of the community too. If the community supports the activities, and they do here, they come to the concerts, they come to games, and I think that we do a good job of promoting the school in the community, and I think that's important. Nice to have a few more jobs in the town and have people spend more money here, but that's kind of something that's beyond our control as a board. But I do think having a good program is vital to have our community be sustainable and grow.
Thank you. Ms. Larson?
Studies show that the second biggest reason for moving into a community and buying a home is what the school district looks like. I feel right now that we have many opportunities for things that we can spotlight with our current curriculum, extracurricular activities, you know, all of the great things that we have here at Malacca already. But I think right now, as a school district, we're failing the marketing, because in this day and age, it's about marketing. It's about, what do you got? Why should I move here? What are you gonna give my kid that's better than what Princeton can give my kid? And I think we have a huge opportunity to somehow create, whether it be a position, a shared position, some sort of a person who is going to make that a priority. Why do I want to move to Malacca? Why do I want to send my kids to Malacca schools? Well, hop on our website and you have 10 things right here that's jumping out at you to say, look at this archery program is crazy. They're placing in the national top every year. Our music, they're earning awards left and right every single year. There's many things that people would, if they knew about it, and if we had better exposure, whether it be on social media or our websites or, you know, through newspapers, any kind of outlet where you can get information disseminated, people are going to see what's great about Malacca and what we already have. And I think if we can pursue that, along with, you know, there's a lot of things that go with that, we will be able to pull people into this district and see what a great school district we have already.
Thank you. Mr. Quaintance?
Good answer, Ms. Larson. I'll be honest, when I looked at the question, that was my answer. Not exactly, but marketing. I firmly believe that what we need to do as a district is market ourselves, continue to market ourselves. A lot of people here, I've made a choice to live here most of my life. Most of the people that I know that work here have made a choice to live here. We need to go out and promote what is great about Malacca, whether it's on the business front, whether it's at school, whether it's church. We need to promote what's great for Malacca. It's definitely self-serving as a district. The more people we can get here, the more people we can get in the door, the dollars are better for us. So I definitely agree with the marketing answer.
Thank you. Mr. Herwig?
First, I have to ask everybody for their forgiveness. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I know sometimes my voice gets back to New York, but I've been here 45 years, so I'll ask you that. Anyway, the school district, to promote it, you know, you look down in the metro area, 1/3 of the students available to go to school go outside the metro area, because the schools are so terrible and the parents know the kids are not going to have the education they need to have. It isn't that they need to have a program, forgive me, to shoot an arrow at a target. They want to have it so when their kids graduate, they have some future to go to. So one of the things I think that would be really important would be a focus on academic excellence. If we look at, in the paper, they publish the NCAA, you know, scores given on a statewide basis. The Malacca School District scored 60% meets or exceeds the standard. Math, it was 56%, and science, it was 50%. If I ran a business, now let's look at the other side. If I ran a business and 40% of my product was defective, if I bought a phone from a company and we knew that 40% was going to not meet standard, or if in the reading, 44% of what I produced was not going to meet standard, Or if we look at science, 50% of what we produce was not standard. You know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think that's an incentive for parents to decide what school they want to send their kids to. But it's not the whole picture. The picture is, in this area, when I moved here 45 years ago, there was a big push to sell industrial lots up here north of town. I've got to stop.
Thank you, Mr. Hurley.
Meet me at the get-together after, I'll tell you.
Mr. Parkos.
Yeah, our schools play a very large role in the community, and that role, and as what's been said here earlier, marketing is a very important part of that to make our school great, market what we do. You know, I see all sorts of schools all over the state, all over the upper Midwest. I work with tons of different school districts, and some of the ones that attract the most students do just that. They market, they create opportunities for their students. Whether it's through programming, whether it's through great educators, whatever it is, their marketing brings in those kids. There's school districts that actually have to limit the number of open enrollment kids that they get because they do such a good job and because they get so many out-of-state or other community kids rolling into there. Some of those schools are some of the top schools in the nation, located right here in the state of Minnesota. There's no reason why we can't do some of that here. And some of that is just that it's programming, it's facilities, it's all those things that help make our school great, can help make our community great, help create opportunities for our community, you know, whether it's through business partnerships, whatever it is, we can do that, we can get there. You know, I think it's going to take some good leadership to push us there and get us to that area.
Thank you. Mr. Schober.
The school district should be the shining star of our community, or any community for that matter. I know people that have moved here because we have a good school system and it's a safe place to be, it's a safe place to raise their children. And I would like to see that continue. I wouldn't like this to become a 50,000 resident metropolis. I kind of like the community that we have. Not that I don't want more students and I want to share that with other people that want to come into our community and be part of that. But I think the schools should be the shining star of our community.
Thank you. Mrs. Nelson.
This is a great question. I really appreciate it because as a former president of the Milaca Area Chamber, it is so important to promote our community. The school is probably one of the biggest assets we have in Milaca. If it wasn't for the school, we wouldn't have this great community. When I think of the live, work, and play, which is kind of the chamber motto, you know, you kind of break that down. You're thinking about living. People want to live where their children can obtain a good education and in a safe environment. People are so mobile now, and a lot of families have the ability, maybe one or both of their spouses can work from home. And so if you can work from home, you would choose somewhere to live or a school district that maybe isn't in the inner city or down in the metro. You'd maybe choose to live a little further north. So I think it's so important that we try to attract those people that are looking for that more rural experience to come here into Milaca. Work is the second part of that. The Milaca School District is probably one of the biggest employers in this county, in the city for sure. I mean, we have Mille Lacs County, which is probably another very big employer, but the school employs a lot of people in our community. And as we continue to grow the school and we try to increase enrollment, we're going to have more jobs available, more opportunities for people to live, work, and play in the Milaca area. And finally, play. You know, the school is not only for educational purposes, this is a meeting grounds for our community. We have activities here, social events, all sorts of things from, you know, old to young. And this is the best asset we have in this community, and we really need to support it and encourage people to do whatever they can to do that. So, I guess that's probably all I have now.
Thank you. Mrs. Palmer.
Great, thank you. So the performance of the school district and the
safe space, the community that the school district creates, absolutely